Hi, this is Group 27 for Homework 13, and today we are talking about screen addiction in the HCI category option B. Now, what is screen addiction? Well, internet addiction or screen addiction is defined to be any online-related compulsive behavior which interferes with normal living and causes severe stress on family, friends, loved ones, and one's work environment. It is a compulsive behavior that completely dominates one's life. The addict prioritizes being on technology and the internet rather than spending time with friends, family, and career. It is addictive because addicts treat technology like a drug and they feel high when they use the internet. Therefore, they become dependent on this cyberspace high to feel normal, giving them their temporary pleasure, which is their new normal. According to Net Addiction, studies have shown that 1 in 8 Americans have problematic internet use, which associates with screen addiction. Now that I have introduced the concept of screen addiction, I will now talk about examples of screen addiction from both a human and technology perspective. According to the International Classification of Diseases, gaming addiction is now classified as a mental health condition for the first time. In this example, looking from the human perspective, humans are classified by video games in a negative way. The symptoms that the International Classification of Diseases for the gaming addiction include impaired control over gaming, increased priority given to gaming, continuation and escalation of gaming despite the negative consequences. Another aspect of screen addiction is that when people have screen addiction, they tend to intertwine their digital pastimes with daily life. In this example, boys definitely play video games longer than girls, and so they are more likely to get the gaming addiction disorder. Another example from the human perspective is when internet addiction is associated with depression. According to an article by BBC News, internet addicts were significantly more depressed than the non-addicted group, with a depression score of 5 times higher. Social online interaction should not replace an offline social life, said by Dr. Andrew McCulloch. Just like most things in life, having to moderate the use of internet and technology can boost your health overall. However, the excessive use of technology leading up to screen addiction may lead to mental health problems. Now, let's look from a technology perspective. According to Professor Patricia Greenfield, a researcher at UCLA, she says our skills in critical thinking and analysis have declined while our visual skills improved. Due to our exposure to technology, humans have gained skills in multitasking and the use of computers, internet, and video games. Basically, looking at this example, we have gained more skills as the result of advancing technology. However, skills such as creativity, imagination, reflection, and print literacy are becoming obsolete. Yes, in a way, the usability of technology has skyrocketed, which is why we all rely on technology. The pros of technology have outweighed the cons, which may lead to some people relying on technology way too much, essentially going back to screen addiction. Now, I will have Quentin talking about screen addiction statistics.
Today I'll be going over some statistics on screen addiction. Did you know that in the UK, the average adult spends over 8.5 hours on screens a day? This includes TV, phones, and computers, but over 2 hours of this is dedicated to social media alone. People have become so attached to their phones that the average person will check their phone every 12 minutes, and 66% of smartphone users in the UK have self-reported nomophobia, the fear of being without their phones. A study has also been conducted with university students, which finds that excessive screen usage leads to poorer grades, and another study shows that our attention span has decreased since the release of smartphones from 12 seconds to 8 seconds, even lower than a goldfish at 9 seconds. Interestingly though, only 15% of users say they are less productive while online, while 16% say they are actually more productive while online. So how do we deal with screen addiction? One technique you could try is to get rid of your social media. As stated before, people spend immense amounts of time on social media, so cutting it out entirely would obviously reduce screen usage, though not everyone may be willing to do this. Another thing you could do is charge your phone outside your bedroom. Many people will use their phone before going to sleep or right when they wake up. But if you do not charge your phone near your bed, this will alleviate the problem, reduce your screen time, and even get you better sleep. One last thing you could do is find a new hobby. There are many things someone may enjoy but hasn't tried yet, so trying new things can be a great way to find a new hobby or passion and reduce screen time at the same time. Now Meghna will describe a specific instance of screen addiction and how to improve it.
Instagram is a dominant app in today's world and is on almost everyone's smartphone. Its demographics of its 500 million daily active users are skewed towards people under the age of 35, urban, female, and rich. All of Instagram's features were created with the user in mind, so it's easy to see why the app can be so addicting. The act of taking a picture has been a habit for over a century in order to preserve a memory or moment. With an instant option to add an instant filter makes a picture look good enough to present to your followers. Instagram eventually becomes a reflex every time the user wants to capture a moment. The user's boredom also triggers their use of the app, as FOMO, also known as fear of missing out, makes them inclined to use the social media app. Nobody wants to miss out on a moment, which is why users open the app and are able to scroll through it aimlessly. Users invest time into the Instagram app as they groom their pictures to be perfect. This could mean clearing out the table in front of them to look perfect as they post their breakfast to their story, getting all the angles, editing their picture, or spending a lot of time thinking of the perfect caption for the perfect picture they are going to post, since all of their followers will see both. People feel the need to publicize their lives, and the effort put into the app to make their lives look perfect makes it all the more important. So, what is the point of going through all that trouble? A study published by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology concludes that taking pictures of an event can help the person remember it more and make the event more enjoyable. Instagram's features allow the user to personalize their page to themselves and cater their pictures and experience individually. Instagram's personalizable features, such as editing a picture and adding filters, makes the app appealing to a wide range of people and personalities. The app's likes feature also adds to its screen time, as users often find themselves constantly checking their phones for likes and comments to see who did like and comment on their pictures. Receiving likes and comments is gratifying for the user. Users are also often concerned with how many followers they have and gauge their likes based on how many followers they have. For example, someone with 100 followers cannot expect the same number of likes as someone with 5,000. Serotonin is released in the brain when someone receives a like on their page, and it will want them to make their Instagram page the best that it can be. Likes make the effort put in worth it. FOMO is a major reason why people are constantly on Instagram looking at their feed and even the Explore page. Staying in the loop about what's going on is important for people in the 21st century so that they do not miss out on a moment. The Explore page suggests posts that the user may be interested in. This often includes the feed of celebrities' Instagrams. In reality, people don't necessarily care about someone else's picture, just the idea of staying in the loop. This could mean what's the latest trend in fashion based on what a celebrity is wearing in their picture, or what's the latest hangout place in your college town based off of where a user is posting with their friends on a Friday night. With 544 million new posts a day, the user can never get bored of the app as there's always something new to look at, especially since the app will only recommend posts based on a user's likes and who they follow, guaranteeing the user will stay glued for their phone. For our custom Instagram app, we decided to change how the user can view the number of followers they have. Rather than having the number of followers displayed on the page of a user's Instagram account, the number of followers will be located in the profile settings of the user themselves. It can be accessed by clicking on the settings page and navigating to close friends and followers. This allows the user not to constantly check their phone for the number of followers they have in comparison to other people and their followers, as it requires more efforts and steps to view them. We have also decided that removing the story feature will give users less of a reason to aimlessly scroll through the social media app when they are bored. Today, many users that have Instagram also have Snapchat, giving them twice the number of stories to look at. The idea of knowing that there are more and more different stories to look at keeps the user glued to their phone and the app without even realizing. Now the user will only have pictures and videos posted to scroll through rather than extra stories that will take more time. In addition, we decided to remove the like feature so a user does not constantly check the app for the number of likes they have on a picture and compare their number of likes to the likes of other users. This helps control the impulse of a user to check their phone periodically after they've posted a story or picture.